then we cut to the flashback, and it's been Steve in every memory, all the way back to Kevin's childhood.
I'm in a hospital, and Steve is the doctor. Yeah. Oh,
He's the one who made the heinous decision not to circumcise you.
What is the lore involved in this show? What have you talked about?
Kevin's penis is goofy because he didn't get circumcised.
That's not in the lore of the show, by the way. Welcome to Oops All Segments. Yeah. The very best podcast.
Knew that I would just oops. I started talking too. Oops, am I the host?
I spoke before the hosts. That's what this should be called.
This is really.
He's taking over. Folks, it's Oops All Segments, the very best podcast that's hitting your eardrums at this very moment. I am Kevin, your host.
I'm Thomas, your other host, and today we are here with certified viber and one of the greatest improvisers in Canada and beyond.
Dudes we've ever known.
Stephen Sim. Such an honor to have you, Stephen. Thank you for joining us.
Great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on the show. I love. We don't really have many guests on that know the show well, because. I don't know what that says about the show. That doesn't matter.
It's the whole concept of the show is like, oops, hey, what's going on?
Yeah, exactly. Chaos. But it's fun. It's fun that sometimes a guest will show up and start interacting with us like before we're ready, and it's my favorite thing. So thank you for. You're not the first person to have like come out swinging, but you're definitely the first person to have been like to have said something before us in the show on the show, which I think is.
Let me put it this way: we don't stand on ceremony around here. We actually like that you thought outside the box a little bit.
I didn't mean to. It was,
no, you're we were rebels, Stephen.
Oh, I guess. I don't mean for that. We were talking.
My man,
before,
yes-anded for so long he forgot how to do it.
I forgot to know, but I forgot that I could. I forgot I could fail.
Yeah, you were saying we were talking before.
Well, yeah, we were talking before like the actual launch of the show, so I was like, we're already riffing. It's already happening. Yeah. So when it started, I was like, whatever.
Yeah, and in the 52-page document I gave you about the outline, about how the show works and all the details, I actually didn't include anything about the beginning.
No,
so,
I put some comments and notes in that document too.
Oh, okay, so like amendments.
I mean, it could use some work.
Okay.
Sure.
One, it's too long, first of all.
It's only 52 pages.
Yeah, I know, but whatever. I mean, it's thorough, but let's keep things rolling though. Let's keep things rolling.
Okay. Just that sort of puts me in like a tense mood because it's like we were so excited to have you, and then the first thing you say is that like our onboarding document is excessive somehow.
It's a little long. It's long.
And you didn't bring this up in your orientation training at all with
I tried to.
You did? Okay.
I tried to. But honestly, the intern that you have is
intern from week 1 or week 7?
Yeah.
Because they changed.
They did? I had the same
They're
intern.
They're both named Sarah, but that was a different person. They look identical.
They're twins.
Yeah.
It was also, okay, Sarah doesn't know the material either, but that's an intern. I mean, you should be doing it. We're off. I mean, I don't know.
So it's just now hearing this, and again, so open to feedback, so like willing to, because you are such like a hero to us, and kind of we look up to you, and like creatively, you mean a lot to us. So like to hear you interrupting the beginning of the show now, knowing that you had these issues, it's like now it feels pointed to me.
It's not. It's not. It's not. And my understanding too is that this is a practice run, and that the you see, that is confusing. I'm not.
So I don't know if you did the practice, because the practice run is with Thomas and I's interns. So that happens.
That's Sarah and then Sarah.
Sarah,
I think
Sarah,
I
they're
have
supposed
that.
to do like an interview with you.
It's weird. I think I have
Did
that
you get the
scheduled
Google
for next
Cal
week.
invite for that?
I think that's for next week. So it's
Okay,
it's
well,
flipped.
so that we got to fire that intern then because
Yeah.
this is a
It's
disaster.
flipped.
And yeah,
That sucks. That really does suck because I thought. I mean, I guess we're supposed to check
it's just
in with
bad
you.
energy to start with. Like I feel
fine.
super anxious now.
Thomas, it's okay.
I'm sorry.
It's
Like
okay. Well,
It's
don't.
fine.
It's
It's
okay,
fine.
Thomas. It's gonna be fine. We're gonna do the show. It's gonna be fine. You're.
Do we
it's
want to
like normally
reschedule
we're like
this?
doing bits, and this is like a corporate
I know, but
feedback
it's-
session. Like I don't.
It'll be like a peek behind the curtain or something or the whatever, like the briefcase.
Do we want to just reschedule?
You know, can I just say this?
We could
Can we just
reschedule, but then
let's just
it was really
stop.
hard to. Yeah, what, Thomas?
They said Steven Sim had gone corporate. I didn't believe him.
Yeah.
I did not believe him. I said, that man, that's an artist.
Yeah. No.
What he's interested in is the fluidity of the process more than anything else. And now you come in with your left brain firing on all cylinders. Mixed metaphor, but you hear me. And just... You've tainted the show.
Is this a show that can be tainted? Because I thought that you don't stand on whatever you said.
Ceremony, yeah.
ceremony.
There you go.
Ceremony.
There you go.
Up until now, we thought we were pretty flexible. Turns out...
And I'm just
Well,
pushing.
we
I
thought-
want to see where the limit is.
Just
Yeah.
what? Yeah.
How-
How outside
how-
the box can we really go?
How far can I stretch this and see if it snaps back?
Are you pissed because Katie told us that she looked at your gift on her episode?
Yeah. I don't. Think,
I haven't
did you
listened.
listen?
I haven't listened to the episode.
T, what
Yeah,
did you just
now
do?
we've opened
Katie was like,
Pandora's box.
No, you can't listen to the episode, and I'm not going to tell you why.
Oh, did
Is
she
that
say
why?
that to you?
Is that
A little
why?
little bit of
She did
turning the
rev-
tables here because now you feel tense.
What's? Is that serious though?
She did reveal a secret on air that you weren't allowed to hear. Yeah.
And it was about what?
Well,
She looked at a gift
it's
that you bought her.
Thomas, what?
Like
She looks
So
at
I
Christmas
guess-
presents, is what he's saying. Like,
really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, great.
Well, fuck. Now this seems
Now
like,
this is okay, great. Now this is just awkward for everybody. Like, are you feeling awkward, Kevin? Because we can
I
do
thought-
that too. Let's do that too.
Well,
yeah, how
I
do
mean,
we
we don't
undermine
have to.
your kind
My
of... Because you're a little too even keel.
I'm
Yeah.
good, man. I'm chill. Just like we
Yeah.
we can move on to the check-ins, and then we don't have to like talk about me, and it'll be fine. Everything will be
Okay, let's
Good.
check in with you, Kevin.
yeah.
Let's check in with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I'm good.
How's the restaurant biz?
It's good. There's no
Yeah,
reason
how's that
it would-
inflation treating you?
I mean, yeah,
How
everything's
did that
even
article-
keel for me.
How did that article about your new restaurant?
How did it help business? It was good. Things are good for me. I'm scared now. I feel tense that you guys like are gonna like
Good.
Good.
like
That's right.
terrorize me.
Okay.
Mission
somehow.
accomplished.
Yeah,
There.
I'm threatened by the both of you. But how are you doing, Steve? Things in your life?
Feel super tense and but
the energy we
otherwise
like.
otherwise great. Otherwise things are good. I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling charged up. And that's it's a good place to be. I'm in a good place.
That's good.
Honestly, yeah, I'm feeling really good.
Not the good place, but a good place.
A good place. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Undescript good place.
That's good. Thomas, how are you doing?
I'm pretty bad. Not exclusively because of how this started, though it didn't help, but
It is true. You've been in
I'm sick
disrepair.
and tired,
Yeah.
and I'm sick and tired of this.
Right.
But I am sick again. You might remember
Which
from
is
Carrie's
fucked.
episode, I was too sick to do the one chip challenge with Kevin.
yeah.
And I'm sick again. And tonight I have to do a double drunk show at Drunk Shakespeare, and I have to
That means you have to
inflame
get
my throat
drunk.
further.
Wow. You have to like drink like what is it, like 6 shots of alcohol or something?
Yeah, and it's on St. Patrick's Day, so you know the audience is going to be just
Extra.
My
it's the
God,
most
Thomas.
evil holiday.
You better be drinking
no
a shit
holiday
ton of
is
water
worse
today.
Yeah.
Like-
I've been ultra hydrating, and I have to piss so bad right now.
What the fuck? Go before we start the show.
I tried.
What are you?
You tried.
What are you?
I need to
I
go
get
and I
stage
just
fright.
can't.
Stage fright.
Yeah.
Who's there with you?
Yeah. I always edit
I
that
get
out when
stage
you
fright
send
when
me that
I'm
footage.
alone.
It doesn't get posted.
I'm such a natural performer. I need my boys watching.
Exactly.
All right.
Um, Speaking
well,
of,
let's go do that now.
All right. Yeah. Let me just move my setup. I can probably.
Wait,
take
are you
guys
actually
in
going to
with
go
me.
to the bathroom right now?
No, I mean, well, Steve seemed interested. If not everyone's down, I won't do it. But if most of us are in, yeah, I'll go take a piss right now.
Let's go to the message boards. We're live, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll check the call boards. Yeah.
On to okay.
Kevin, how are you?
Me? I'm good. I am good. Do I have a story to share today about things that have happened to me lately? Not really. I think that things are nice, man. Things are chill. It's been a
You
busy.
piece of shit. You really are gonna keep on
I'm feeling
with
like
this,
healthy. I'm feeling.
this goddamn narrative, huh? That's the one you're sticking with.
I just think like if I were a type of keel, and I don't know if I would be, but if I were a type of keel, I would not be an odd keel. I just think.
Yeah, we read you. Let's go to a warm-up segment.
Yeah,
This
let's
has
do
been-
that. Let's jump into this.
You want to spin the wheel,
We're
T?
in crisis mode. This is like, we got to do something to stimulate the comedy economy here. So I'm
we
going to
go.
spin the wheel. Woo!
Ooh, that's good too. That's good.
Yeah, it's good audio.
60.
60.
Segment 60. Segment 60 is Wordle. Participants must do/discuss the Wordle of the day.
All right.
Okay, there we go. Steve, have you ever done Wordle before?
I have back in the throes of lockdown. I was wordling with the best of them.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I
T-Bone,
can
are
present
you
my
still,
screen here.
Are you still a Wordle smith? Okay, you're gonna bring it up for us. Thank you.
You know, I did it for a while. You know what? I might need one of you to do it because I had some web issues.
Some web issues. I got you. I'll bring up the Wordle here. Wordle. I'll just Google it here. It's now owned by the New York Times, right?
Yep.
So this is the one. Here we go. And then I just got to screen share this window.
Oh, you're gonna do a screen share. Cool. We're gonna do it together. Let's do it
We're
together.
Yeah.
relatively profesh here, Steve.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, despite the
sweet.
impression that Sarah gave you, we actually run a pretty tight ship. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see.
Okay. So
Okay.
here we've got Wordle. It's up. We've got 5 letters. I consider you two to both be people that I think. Steve, are you good at Wordle? Would you consider yourself someone who's good at this game?
There were times where I felt like I was like, oh, I'm doing good Wordle.
Okay.
But
have
I've
you
got a
ever
question.
guessed it in one?
No.
I have, so I will give the first guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Holy
I was
shit.
gonna ask. Do you like feel the word, or is it like, oh, here's my mathematically, scientifically proven
Yeah.
best
Are you a
word?
formula guy, T?
I no longer follow a formula because our friend Josh Banman, future guest of the pod, said
Yes.
that he waits till the middle of the day to do the Wordle so that he can feel the energy of the correct word. He thinks it will like pervade
conscious.
his subconscious if he spends long enough talking to people that day.
Yeah.
And he had a pretty high hit rate for 1 or 2 guesses.
Do we need hard mode on, by the way, or no?
No.
We don't.
Come on.
So this word is sort of
there
inspired
something-
by.
Okay. Keep going.
You can speak.
What's the
No.
energy of the day?
No.
It's 2:30 in the afternoon for us here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you feeling? What are you feeling, Thomas?
Well, I was just thinking about how this has been going, and the first word that thought came to my mind is spoil.
Okay. So you want me to try out spoil?
Yeah.
SPOIL. Spoil. I hit enter.
And that's a gray sweep. No, we
Not
do have a
quite, but
yellow. We
almost.
have a yellow
Now,
L.
what does
A
yellow
yellow L.
mean? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, a yellow L. So that means that this word's got an L in it.
Okay,
we're
I
off to a
think I
roaring
get this
start.
game. We want to try to get like 4
You
in
said
a
you were a bit of
row.
an expert.
What's going on?
Okay, so yeah, I might have thought this was a different game.
Did you really?
Don't explain it to me. Don't explain it
This
to me.
is spelling bee.
Okay. Spoil. Try spelling spoil differently.
No,
Maybe
so you
that
don't
will-
get it.
No.
right?
Okay.
We don't want to use any of those
There is
letters.
also no other way to spell the word spoil.
I don't know. It says that
You
there's
could put
more.
a Y in there, maybe.
Spoil. Spoil. Okay.
So
Spell it. Use the same letters, but mix the letters up. How about that? Have you tried that?
So you still don't get the game. We just have to use the L in a different way.
Kevin, why don't you give the second one? I think Steve's just warming up to this, but he'll definitely start to figure it out as we go.
Yeah. I'm feeling a little hungry
He's
right
rubbing
now.
his temples
Oh, God. Are you-
like Professor X.
I'm gonna go with lunch.
Oh, that's a good.
Yeah.
That's
Could go for some
Oh
of
my
that.
gosh. It's pretty much the opposite. So L on the front end, also yellow, and then a gray sweep after that.
And are we
So-
trying to tell a story with the words? Is that
No,
what
no,
it
no,
is?
no, no.
Spoil.
This
lunch.
isn't one
No.
of no.
my
That's
God.
way too complicated.
Yeah. So that would be a total spoil and lunch. I mean, I guess they are connected.
So,
That's actually
yeah.
pretty
Here's
That's what
here's the info that we have. There's an L somewhere. It's in the
There's
second,
two-
third, or
there's-
fourth position. Just
There's
one
two
L
L's.
probably.
There's 2 L's, Thomas.
Could just be one. And then
Steve, there's two
we
L's on the
need to
board, but
use
there's one
the
L.
other vowels somehow. So like A or E is probably going to show up in there.
Right.
Okay. How about a keel? Like
Keel.
like even keel.
Keel. So
or-
that's
No.
not
That's-
enough letters.
That doesn't work.
That's
Never
4
mind.
letters, so it's not going to work.
Scratch that. Scratch that. Well, it's
How
not.
about we do something? Maybe
Meal.
we go
I
off
got
of
meal. No, that's me. No, it
How
doesn't
about we
work.
go off of the 2 L's situation?
Yeah,
Like, I know
yeah.
it's not actually 2 L's,
It could
but
be.
it might be.
Could be.
Can you just to help, because I feel like Steve feels a little left out right now. Like he doesn't really. Could we just put Steve in there for the third word?
Like the, but okay. Well,
Yeah.
We know the S.
We know
But
there's
that's
no
like-
S, but let's just toss it in there
And,
just to
it's,
help.
and
Toss
it
it,
wastes. It's like 2 E's, but
Not
it won't even.
not
Not
in
a
a
word.
word list.
And I knew
That's-
that all along, and that was my greatest trick of all:
Ah.
the prestige.
Holy shit! Thomas explained. He's gone now. He's gone. He's vanished.
Speaking of a movie
Forgot the
about
word for
twins,
disappeared. Oh yeah, there we
Sarah
go.
and Sarah in the
Sarah
prestige.
our interns are actually magicians.
They prestiged me.
Yes, they did.
Flea. FLEA. Fleet. Yeah, but that just
Yeah,
wastes.
that's worth. Maybe there's
Wait.
2 E's.
It wastes the T. Well, we got somewhere.
So
Okay.
the L has to be in one of these 2 spaces. That much
Correct.
we know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, able, fable. Oh no, no F, no F.
Gable, Mabel,
Table.
table.
No,
we
no
can't do
T, no T, no T, no T.
This is hard. I think that I don't know words anymore, guys.
I think we're under a lot of pressure. There's a time crunch. The episode didn't start well. This segment isn't going super well. So
Yeah. I don't
we're
even get the game.
anxious.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to say, mealy, MEALY, like an apple.
Oh, this is a pretty good guess.
Yeah.
I have to say. This
Wow.
is a pretty good guess, Thomas. And oh my God, he did.
And the champion reveals himself.
That was a team. We were a team there.
Yeah,
That
we're
was a
If
team,
you remember,
in fact.
we did. We're such a team that Steve's whole name actually ended up in the Wordle at one point.
Yeah. And
yeah.
that discount. That
I want to point out, I pretty generously suggested, let's pop Steve in there just to make him feel better. At
true.
no point did he suggest Kevin. despite it also having 5 letters.
Well, let's try it.
Let's bring it back up.
Window.
I got it.
You closed it?
I closed it. I'm not going to open
Let me
it
put
again
it
so
in.
you can include me.
It's also not in the word list, guys. I
Yeah,
checked.
fuck.
But we got it.
We got
Yeah.
it.
So
I
that
guess
was
it's time
good.
for like an ad break or something.
Yeah, we should probably take a break, do a hard reset.
That'd be
Come
great.
back in with brand new, better
There's
energy.
sort of, the vibe that was brought by Steve was negative. It turned out that his vibing was a bit of a toxic thing,
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
and he's acting a bit,
Let's do an ad break then.
Let's do an ad
Great.
break. We'll try
Yeah.
and fix this. Sorry, folks.
We're definitely going to figure it out in the second half. So we'll see you soon.
All right.
Hi, I'm Mike,
And I'm Josiah.
and we're the co-hosts of a weekly podcast called How Star Wars Is It?
on our show, we rate and review things on a scale of 1 to 10, but not of how good or bad they are, but of how Star Wars they are.
We've covered lots of movies, from The Matrix to Guardians of the Galaxy to all the Star Wars films, but we've also reviewed things like pumpkin spice lattes, Halloween, moving, burgers.
We've got over 150 episodes, and you don't have to listen to them all. You can just find the ones that look interesting and listen to those. There's no plot, there's no continuity. You don't have to worry about that. Okay? So if that sounds fun to you, tune in to How Star Wars Is It every Monday, wherever you get your podcasts.
How Star Wars Is It?
How Star Wars Is It? We
love you,
and may the fourth be with you.
So can they hear us now? Is this?
Yeah, we're back.
Yeah. We are absolutely. Steve, you
We're already-
I was about to. I stepped back here. I was about to come in like doing this sort of bit where I was going to start the set, like there was going to be a jump cut, and I was going to be like, yeah, high energy. But then you
At
kinda
every
asked.
moment, you
I
break the
kinda
rules. It's like
Yeah,
you are
and so-
trying to disobey
I
us.
am not trying to do anything of the sort. It's like naturally.
You're so good at give and take on stage, and yet in the podcast world,
Take.
it just.
I'll be honest. Like so Steve, like you and I, we're friends. I see you in like a comedic capacity a lot. We spend each other, but like you taught improv to me, so we have like I have this sort of mentorship thing. I look up to you a lot, and I always thought when people talk about like don't meet people that you look up to and don't meet your heroes and stuff like cool. And I thought that was kind of bullshit because like I'm like, oh, I get along with people I look up to like yourself, and then fuck, I feel like such an when you look back on conversations you've had with people and you can like remember being like, no, you're wrong. Meeting your heroes is fine. I'm sorry if you're listening and we had that chat. I was wrong.
I think that
As for
conversation
me-
was with me. So
You were telling me
it was
not
me.
to meet people
I was, yeah.
that I look up to.
And we cut to the flashback, and it's been Steve in every memory, all the way back to Kevin's childhood.
I'm in a hospital and
always
Steve
him.
is the doctor.
He's the
man,
one who
Steve-
made the heinous decision not to circumcise you.
What is the lore involved in this show? What have you talked about?
Kevin's penis is goofy because he didn't get circumcised.
That's
all
not
it
in
is.
the lore of the show, by the way.
If you
It
check
is
on
now.
if you check on the oopsallsegments.wiki, there's definitely a page about Kevin's penis being goofy.
Wow.
Goofy. Oh man. I call my exes the goof troop. Anyway.
So are we back? Are we doing another ad break? Or is this?
Gorsh, Maxie, yup. We are not.
Yeah.
It's time for your segment.
It's
so
time
if you
for my
want to-
segment. Okay.
Segment.
So I didn't know what to do.
That's fair.
But then I thought, okay, it's a podcast.
Yes.
And there's, it's podcasty. So when I think podcast, I think like guys hanging out, talking on mics, laughing a lot,
Yeah.
talking and conspiracy theories.
Ooh, nice.
That's what
Okay.
I think. So
I like it.
I want this segment to be conspiracy theory corner or whatever,
Perfect.
And
That's the name.
And so my question to you, what is your favorite conspiracy theory? Either like your favorite as in like, oh, I like being a tourist in that conspiracy, or I believe this to be true. You get to, you can out yourself if you want.
Conspiracy theory that is fun to be a tourist in, or one that we believe to be true.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, I believe QAnon is real. So
Yeah.
I guess that's my turn.
Okay.
That's your
And then Kevin, and then for fun, I guess, yeah, like it's fun to pretend the vaccines work.
Yeah, like I said, if you want to out yourself,
as
go right ahead.
Yeah, that the mRNA isn't giving me estrogen right now.
Like they came up with it way too fast, and
Yeah.
like nanotransmitters and all of that.
yeah.
Like they leaked it from a lab in Wuhan on purpose.
That's right.
I mean,
Clearly.
I do sort of think that I do think that most of the celebrity culture and headlines and things like that I don't think it's like quite a conspiracy as much as I think that it is just like there's a lot of people who are totally happy that the general populace is easy to distract. And I think like and like I think that there's a bit of a like money-based conspiracy to control power and stuff like that. Like I think that's like honestly true. I'm
Like the media is used to distract us from what's
but
up.
like I don't think it's like quite as one-to-one as like, oh, like CNN is doing this or Fox News is doing this. I just think it's like there are I think that like a lot of the politics and the pop culture-y politics of things that happened can be a little bit professional wrestling, and that like it mostly doesn't actually matter, and most things don't have that much of an impact, except for like real actual shit that's happening. Like I think that and I think that most of it's just there as
for
like
the
candy.
real stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all fake. So what I'm saying is it's all
Want to
fake.
hear about the
Except
real
the
stuff?
real
stuff is
that-
real.
You gotta get the
real.
Patreon, and then we'll fill you in on that.
Yeah, I don't know if that makes any sense whatsoever, but yeah,
It
that's
sounded
sort of what I think.
conspiracy theory-y.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that was good.
I
Yeah.
just think that like the ultimate rich powers that be probably don't have anyone's interest in mind but their own. That's probably what I think.
Yeah. I have a real answer, but I'll let you go, Steve, if you have something in mind.
Well, I liked, and this is kind of the fairly recent, and I kind of like we're shooting down UFOs.
Oh yeah.
Like there's no weather, yeah, right,
yeah.
yeah. Like wait, or which conspiracy is it? Aliens or is it the shadow government spying on us?
Right.
Which is the conspiracy that I want to believe more?
Yeah.
Well, you can even connect that to Kevin's, because some people are like, when things get bad politically, a bunch of alien stories start coming out to distract us from like the inflation crisis or
I have an
from
idea for
other
making this
things that-
easier.
Sure,
Okay,
yeah,
that's a good idea. Is this a new segment? Because I did not bring up
This
Bond.
happens. This is just Kevin's private segment.
Okay. Oops, I'm doing my own segment. Got it.
Yeah.
I do like.
So yeah,
that.
that's.
Steve.
is
You don't have
there-
a ball.
Well, you didn't. That was that buried in the document?
Page
you sent me?
37.
I did not see that.
BYOB.
So is that one that you believe, or just that you find?
Yeah.
Fun?
Oh no, that I find fascinating. That I.
Yeah.
Or do you think aliens are out there, or is it like just?
If I think that aliens are out there, it's I don't think that they're putting weather balloons around. I don't think that they're like
You
let's watch them, and I think that if they're out there, they're not going to be found. Like We can't.
Yeah.
We can't conceive of it. We're rats in the lab, and we don't understand that we're in a maze.
Yeah.
We're like bacteria to them or something, probably.
Yeah.
Right?
So
like we're
it's
so inconsequential.
But the odds of it, sure, like in multi-universes and the huge expanse, like we're not alone.
Sure.
But like, what does that mean? I don't know. But it's I find the whole thing fascinating.
Yeah.
Right. So Thomas, you said you had like a real one.
A real answer, yeah.
Yeah. I think now I feel like I have to make a joke, but I was gonna be sincere.
Yeah,
The one that I mean, there's a few where I'm just like, something happened. I don't know what, but like the JFK assassination, like FBI being behind Martin Luther King getting killed. Like there are things where I'm just like, that happened. I don't know exactly the specifics of it, but I believe that it was not as it was reported. The one that I think is fun to think about is like the 9/11 thing with the war in Iraq. Like I don't believe that attack was orchestrated by the government necessarily.
Right.
But there's a lot of, I think, a strong case to be made for it was strongly capitalized on. It was allowed to happen, maybe, that like through deliberate negligence, like, and then that will give us a reason to begin these horrible 20-year conflicts.
Yeah.
So
Steve,
that's one that I certainly,
This worked. This is definitely the weed, but I'm sitting here being like, this, you've turned this into exactly stereotypical podcast. Like, it really did work.
That's
just
the
getting
power.
high and just a bunch of guys being like, yeah.
Man,
and you know what else I think about like the government's in it, man. I watched Loose Change or whatever that video was called on YouTube. Remember that? It was like
I remember that
Jet fuel can't
Zeitgeist
kneel
movie,
steel.
which was all
the
about
Zeitgeist. That was it. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Forgot
so,
about Zeitgeist.
so when I hear podcast, this is what I think. So of course, that's what I
Oops,
gravitated
all
towards.
conspiracies.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what. Yeah. That's that. I mean, I liked it.
As a Jewish man, it is interesting how many conspiracy theories eventually get back to us. Like, that's sort of the rule of thumb. If you go deep enough, it's the Jews. Like, all of these things are the Jews somehow.
I think that was the original conspiracy theory was.
Yeah.
You started
It's just
it.
kind of a nice universal hatred that underlies all beliefs.
It's too bad.
But I'm not a victim.
No.
In terms of like what's a fun one to like dabble in or like play around in, I think that I do like when people like I like looking into like really absurd conspiracy theories that don't make sense, like Alex Jones level stupid shit, just to see the way that people talk about it is kind of fascinating to watch that human experience.
The
It's
gymnastics
also,
that they have to go through.
like, honestly, here's a weird ethical thing that's like sort of real. I don't really like cringe content, right? Like I don't like when someone sends me like a video of like someone trying to sing and doing a bad job.
Kevin, what do you think this podcast is?
I like making cringe content.
Okay,
I
got
don't
it.
Yeah, I don't
Consuming it.
like.
Okay.
I don't like viewing it though, because I just think it's like a weird. It's weird to just like choose to. If you have all this entertainment options in the world, you're gonna choose to laugh at people at like punching down, kind of, right? But I do kind of think that it's sort of the same. Like I recently watched This Place Rules. Have you guys seen this? This sort of gonzo documentary done by this guy who became famous for like going on the street and like interviewing people. It's sort of similar to like a
Wait, is that the guy who just got canceled for like
did he get
assaulting
canceled
women? Is this the all gas no brakes guy?
I don't know, maybe. But it's like the same thing as like Jordan Klepper. Like he'll like go and like interview people at like a Trump rally and ask them questions and then showcase their sort of beliefs.
Yeah, we're
as
not going to be
idiotic.
further platforming this man. I've confirmed cancellation, so though I am interested, Obviously, let's wrap it up.
We can edit this. We can edit this out.
Edit the whole thing. I told you, Steve, we can't edit anything out ever.
I thought that you could.
No, so remember I said that we're going to dox you at the end, and it's uneditable is what I said. We'll give them your personal address, your phone
I thought
number.
you were
That was on
joking.
page 54.
I thought you were joking.
No. I know it's a 52-page document, but I did have a 2-page amendment that I added, and in the amendment.
It's already too long. Can you hear me when I whisper?
Yeah, actually.
We can, and I think it is time to move on to yet another segment.
Should we hit that wheel again, T-Bone?
Get our heads out of the clouds and back down to Earth and spin that wheel.
The flat Earth.
Very good. Woo! $78.
78? That's a good number. This one's simple. Rom-com pitch. Think of a rom-com. So
Oh, jeez.
let's try to come up with a rom-com maybe using conspiracy theories.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it.
Yeah? Yeah.
Should we do this like as a group? Yeah.
Yeah, I think let's maybe collectively try to come
Yeah,
up with a rom-com here and pitch it.
All right.
I want to use conspiracy theories as the base here.
Okay.
So what could be a conspiracy theory like meet cute, you know?
So I think searching for Bigfoot,
That's great.
like
Because
cryptozoology.
you're in love with Bigfoot, and this is the one body type I'm into.
Like you were like young and you swear you saw it. So she's searching for she's searching for Bigfoot.
Okay, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
She remembers like
Bigfoot.
the first scene is like a flashback of her life as like a young girl on a camping trip with her family in the forest, and she thinks she sees Bigfoot, and then we like sort of cut forward to that character in the future,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, she's a foot fetishist now. She's like
Yes.
obsessed with
Big
Feet.
feet.
big ass feet. Yeah, Sideshow Bob looking ass feet.
Yeah,
And
that's her
she
thing.
is like, damn, I gotta get me some of that.
Okay, so it's
Yeah, it's so-
weirdly
but it's not
horny,
weird.
Yeah, yeah,
It's not,
But it's
the
not
way
weird.
that the actor we hire is gonna play it normal. As
Right.
a pitcher, I'm kind of weird.
You're,
Like I
yeah, 'cause
actually
you kind of
sort
make
of
it sound a
believe.
little.
Yeah. It's
I believe it's okay to be weird. Maybe that's just me.
that is just you, yeah.
Okay.
That's not a
Nickelodeon
normal thing to think.
taught me that. Anyway, so
yeah.
she's sort of getting gnarly with the corns.
Pardon?
And
this
she's
is
getting gnarly with the corns, I said.
Okay, so that's a weird.
Feet wise.
That is. We want this
Anyway.
for a mass audience, I think. Still.
Yeah, it's just right now
Yeah.
you're kind of making it sort of art house and thinking like you're going to be able to put it in like theaters with sticky floors that people don't want to go to. I think instead we want to focus on maybe
Like
your
mainstream rom-com.
cineplexes.
Okay, got
and
it.
your-
Yeah. So, okay, so how
So
do you
here's the
meet?
question:
What's the-
Is she?
Yeah.
Is she?
Yeah.
So is this? Is she looking for Bigfoot, or
Like, is he the romantic?
Is he the romantic lead that she's going to end up with, or is,
Right, is this
or
like a
is that
Beauty
the
and the
like
Beast
red
thing?
herring?
Yeah.
Or
where
is
she's
she
gonna
meeting up, like-
meeting up with
She's
like
actually
the skeptic? There's the
gonna
skeptic.
hook up with JFK, who's still alive and is walking around.
with
JFK
like half
Jr.
his head.
Yeah.
Hanging. Is he fine? Like that
He's
seems
like,
dark.
you're wanna find Bigfoot with you?
Jesus.
Ask
Yeah.
not what you can. Okay.
Okay. Well, it's the thing is about putting in like a sort of dead president is
Sure. That would be
again-
good for the music too, the dead presidents.
Yeah, we could. Well, yeah, I don't know if they'll
Dead
want to be
Kennedys.
as. Oh, we could even get the Dead Kennedys. They'd be
Oh, that's a
both-
real
both-
band. Yeah, the thing I said was not a thing.
No, the Dead Presidents are also a band. I think.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so we can get them both maybe for the soundtrack. Originally I was against the idea of having a sort of just a depiction of what some people would consider. I don't know anything about American history, but an American icon. I think, sort of half decapitated on
Yeah.
screen, but
Could be.
soundtrack wise, I do think.
You're back on board. Wait,
Dead
I
Prez.
love
this
the
could
Dead
be
Kennedys.
offensive, but
There's a hip hop group
soundtrack-wise-
called Dead Prez.
Oh,
I don't
Dead
know
Prez.
if
I
Dead
guess what I'm
Presidents.
thinking of.
It's a film. I don't think it's a group, but if
Yeah, I
it
mean,
is
Dead
a group,
Presidents
let's
is
get
like
them.
a term for money, right?
Yeah.
Or like
Sure.
yeah, I've got Dead
Benjamins
Presidents.
and Lincolns.
Okay,
Is
sorry,
it
I've
Lincoln?
derailed
Lincolns
this.
are $10 bills.
Yeah.
Well, then it just writes itself, right?
It does. I think who's going to be playing Bigfoot?
Oh, you want to cast already?
I had Andre in mind.
Andre 3000?
The giant.
Also dead.
Yeah, so he's dead.
We could.
Or so we thought.
Do you think we're actually bringing... Okay, wait, what? Or so we thought?
The movie should have Elvis. It should have...
It should just be
Ringo.
a conspiracy.
Oh, no, Ringo is alive. It should have John. It should not have Paul. Because the conspiracy is that he is dead, even though I saw him perform a concert in my life. But he's dead, so it won't have him.
The Avril Lavigne body double. It should have like all. It should be a mashup of all the conspiracy theories, and I think that that elevates it past rom-com. Now we're into like a whole new genre, which is like a mashup of every conspiracy theory. That would actually be a great pitch.
Conspiracy movie is actually
the conspiracy movie.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
it's sort of great. Like the scary movie genre.
Where it's just like
like we are just this genre, but it's just conspiracy movies.
Yeah, the conspiracy movie. That's
and we still don't know who's playing Bigfoot. So, you said Andre the Giant.
We shouldn't get hung up on the casting at this point. I think
I just want to know if he's hot or not. Is all.
I think Rourke could do it.
Rourke?
I think Rourke would be a good Bigfoot.
Like the
Mickey?
character.
The actor Mickey Rourke.
Who did you think you meant, Steve?
Rourke from like the Star Trek universe.
Oh, is that I'm not a Trekkie, I'm afraid. Yeah. Nerd.
It'd be fun if none of the birds in the movie are real. They're just painted on like in a Hitchcock thing, and it's like birds aren't real in this one.
Yeah, government-made birds. They're all drones.
The whole movie's shot on the soundstage they used to film the moon landing.
That's right.
That's good.
Directed
Get Kubrick.
by Kubrick.
Get Kubrick back in.
Yeah.
This is
back in.
This is great.
There hasn't been a ton of romance, and I feel like it
doesn't matter.
It stopped.
No, we don't need romance now.
You guys kind of poo-pooed my foot fetish thing, which I think was a pretty propelling force in the film. Like,
so do you think that that's going to carry through now that we've sort of meted out of the Bigfoot arc as like the main piece?
Well, did we decide? So she's falling in love with JFK.
That's where we start.
Brain. He was shot, but he's alive. So his brain is still leaking.
He hasn't.
Is this like near? Like, is he how old is he?
He hasn't aged.
When are we set?
Because there was a wormhole.
Maybe the bullet hit a certain part in his brain and it stopped him from aging.
He went through a wormhole.
Oh,
that's.
People think it's grassy knoll, but it's actually wormy hole.
That's very good. And I think there's maybe a part of the cortex.
That's very good.
There's a part of the cortex that prevents you from perceiving Bigfoot, and only if it's blasted out with a bullet are you capable of seeing him. And this little girl also was shot by a second shooter as a child.
Second shooter.
Because you can't get shot with the first shooter to have
no,
this
that
part.
won't
It
work.
has to be a second shooter.
When I went to go get my second COVID vaccine, they came to give me the needle, and I was like, "Guess there always was a second shooter."
Yeah,
and she
that's right.
Did she say, "That's very good"?
You sound just like her.
Yeah.
It was I the whole time. Your COVID nurse.
Holy shit.
That's very good.
That's good. I think we got ourselves a good conspiracy theory based
rom-com. What's the title of the movie, though? That's what we need to sell a movie on Netflix.
The conspiracy
right. The conspiracy movie, right?
It is what it is. And
okay.
Yeah.
We can totally go with the first draft. I was just thinking, like, why aim low?
Yeah. And I think maybe we have to make sure that we get the guy who plays the dad from That 70s Show in the movie so that he's acting in it. And then we can say it's REDACTED. Like redacted.
That's very good.
That is so good.
The enthusiasm is sort of in a different...
rocks.
Yeah.
At a different level.
That's really good.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay. Wow.
9/11 was an inside joke. How about that? That sounds kind of cute.
That is cute.
A little bit of a title. Maybe
That's
that's
the
the
tagline, I
subtitle, the tagline.
Yeah. That's like the way you get people into the theater. That's like the text that shows up throughout the trailer. 9/11. And then it shows some scenes.
People will protest this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You want
The money's
some
going to roll
controversy.
in.
Oh, this is honestly a really good idea.
The New York Times would be like, yeah, we have decided not to give a star rating to this film because it is too dangerous to the young men in this country. Like they literally did for the movie Joker. They were scared to review it because it was too frightening.
Wow.
I hate. Do you see what I mean, though? Right? Like, that's bullshit, right? It's not fucking. What the fuck?
The other funny thing about that, just to bring it up a little bit.
It has fucking Bruce Wayne in it. He's in it.
The reason that they're scared of Joker is because there was that shooting in a theater.
Yeah.
Because of a Batman movie, but it wasn't the Joker one. It happened in The Dark Knight Rises, which didn't have the Joker in it. And then they just remembered it as the Joker because Heath Ledger died.
I think
and
the
then they
guy
were like,
said-
now
I
all
think the guy
Joker
said
movies
he
are
was like-
too scary for the public to handle. You know
do
what's
think
really
that the-
scary? Lydia Tarr.
Who?
Keep her away from me.
Like from Tar?
From Tar.
I haven't seen Tar.
Terrifying.
Spoiler.
Kate Blanchett.
Spoiler.
She's scary in the movie or something?
She's scary.
And the New York Times did a review of it?
They reviewed her no problemo.
You pay a lot of attention to the New York Times, eh?
I'm a reader.
So you give them money?
Oh.
Mommy does.
Heck,
Let's just say that login stretched pretty thin, but we're all using it in the Tolles household.
And we did play Wordle in this.
Yep.
So it's already
It's starting to piece it all
New York
together.
Times
This is the
all
ultimate
over this.
conspiracy.
It's all
Your
over this
namesake
episode.
Work for them.
New York Times.
Yeah, it's true. I guess, what are we? Do we want to do one more,
Yeah,
Thomas?
let's do it.
Do we want to hurdle our way through one more? Do you think we can do
Yeah,
it?
let's do one quick one.
Yeah, let's
like
do one-
to
one
really
tight one.
close it out.
Yeah.
We're gonna spin that wheel. Woo!
Pudding.
86.
86. Cancel that. Participants must discuss television shows that have gone on long past their prime. So shows that should be canceled,
Jump
that
the
are
shark.
still running.
Jump the shark.
Yeah. Shows
Okay.
that need to go down in
Interesting.
and stop. TV shows. Is anybody watching?
Yeah, I was
anything
going to
right
say
now that's sort of like
TV
a guilty
shows. What are
pleasure?
TV shows? I mean,
I think we mean like series
Yeah.
on streaming services now.
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
I'm
home
far
box
behind.
office. I'm familiar with that.
I'm far behind all media consumption. So
Yeah, you're like
I'm out of the
Seinfeld
loop.
should probably get off the air soon.
I'm out of the loop.
They really got to cancel the Cosby Show after what he did. I mean,
Seriously.
get him
But
off
seriously.
of there.
Yeah. I do think that maybe we should stop making. This is probably not a controversial opinion, but I think it's also probably too late now. But The Simpsons, I think, could probably pack it the fuck in.
Yeah, I was thinking about
Yeah.
The Simpsons because, like, yes, it's way past its
I don't
prime,
watch it anymore, so I don't really think this
Me
is a
neither.
very founded opinion. So I don't.
but I don't
yeah.
really either. And I love it's my favorite show when it was great. I loved it so much, but like, it's also now gone on so long that I almost just want to see, like, let him cook kind of thing. It's like,
Okay.
how far can they take this?
Yeah, that's
like,
Sure.
could it just run forever?
That's what I
Yeah,
feel.
which-
Like, why not
that's
forever?
fair.
Why not
Yeah.
forever?
Okay. I do think. I do actually genuinely feel that way about like Family Guy. I don't like.
Yeah,
Family
we
Guy.
can probably cut
still
that
I
on?
off.
think let's
That's
put,
still on?
I believe it is still on and running. I think it's a matter of time before Seth MacFarlane gets fucking destroyed in Hollywood for something. I think he's got such piece of shit energy that I think he must be a piece of shit.
I think weirdly he isn't. Like, despite
What?
how that must seem, like, ideologically yes, but because he's so hated, I'm just like, it would be weird that it would happen to Justin Roiland and not him if he was being shitty on set all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
He's been around. He's made many shows. Seemingly, as a guy, he's fine. It's just his writing and stuff that's bad. I think. I mean, I don't know. It would be. He almost died in 9/11. Actually, did you know that he was like gonna be on? He was gonna be on the flight, and he like missed it famously. Seth MacFarlane.
Oh.
Jeez. Okay, now I feel bad.
Don't feel bad.
No, he is a bad. I don't like his show. Peter, our creator, died in 9/11.
I don't know, Lois.
Freaking sweet.
Oh man, Stewie's the best. Do you got any shows that you're like, I feel like this is run past its prime, or do you have like a show that maybe is over now, but you feel like was good until a certain point? I controversially feel this way about Community, as well as I kind of feel this way about Breaking Bad as well.
That's a good one. Yeah, I feel like that ran a little too long.
Yeah.
I mean, this is no controversy, but Lost kind of got lost in its. I think there was like several. Where do you
think it sort of lost its first like?
I don't.
Like,
well,
were you a
fan?
Fan?
Like, well, not at the time, but over lockdown, I watched it.
Sure. Okay.
As we all did, and
Lost in the sauce.
It was like okay, Lost is gone too far, but then it's like, oh no, but I still like that part that we wouldn't have had if it did end when it was supposed to end.
Right.
I like the not the flashbacks, but the flash sidewayses. However,
the parallel.
I liked those, and I was like, oh, we would have missed out on those if we did if it ended when it was supposed to end, and so
that's fair. Yeah, Lost.
Weirdly, there are like a lot of shows now, and I think this will happen more and more that like get resurrected, ruined later by like. The Sopranos, kind of a perfect show, but then they're like, we're going to make a movie now years later that no one really likes that much, and just be like, we've sullied this thing that everyone loved.
What's that? Because there's movies that are, or not movies, like shows that they do the first season, and then a couple years later it'll get some money and they'll resurrect it
suddenly.
I think, I don't know if it's old episodes, but like I'm pretty sure like Party Down is coming back.
It's back.
I think that they're like making new episodes of a lot of I know we were talking about cartoons a lot here, but I know Futurama's getting another season.
Oh, that's right.
High is coming back.
Clone High was the one I was thinking of, because that show has a very frustrating cliffhanger ending, but it was so long ago. I like don't really want them to try to pick it back up now. It's
too
just
late. It's too late.
Yeah. I think Reboot is coming back. Is that right?
You're just thinking of the word reboot.
Oh. But I think Restart is also getting a reboot.
No, we're in the same territory again here.
Is Comeback Kid doing another sort of remake?
It's a little bit different. There are some shows that this bit is over. Yeah, but there are some shows where where like let's just fucking nail that coffin. That one's done. But there are some shows where they get shitty in the middle and then come back. Like this. Well, this one, I would say we've been pretty consistent. We've maintained the line graph of entertainment has not gone up or down. Let's say it's remained steady. But like Friday Night Lights season 2, famous like miss opportunity in the middle of a show. That then season 4, one of the best seasons of the whole show.
Great. Yeah. Texas forever.
Is that a quote from the show? Don't know.
Is it my political beliefs?
Kevin believes Texas should secede from the Union.
From the U.S.
They should
sort of progress its manifest destiny upwards.
Like unite the states. Unite.
Yeah, and then united under the flag of Texas. It's I'm a Texan nationalist. Steve, do you have anything going on in your life that you want people who might be listening to this to know about?
I do
not.
not.
Not at all?
No, I do not.
You don't want them to know where you live? You don't want them to know your
secret
address? Phone number?
Hermit. I don't want them to know anything that I'm doing. Please do not Google me. Don't look me up. Don't.
In fact, we'll put a black box over. We'll put the scrambly video thing over your face the whole time, and
we
pitch
can
down
give you
your
the
voice.
monster voice.
Yeah.
If you
Help
could,
me.
that would be great.
Yeah.
I want to do this anonymously. That would be.
Imagine hearing
whole
Steve
show.
say. Imagine hearing Steve say "very good" in the monster voice. That would be so.
Hold on, I'll try to actually do it. Steve, can you
Yeah.
give me one more clean, very good?
That's very good.
Perfect. Thank you so much
That's
for
very
coming on the
good,
show.
yeah.
Folks, if you like listening to this show and you're listening to it on Apple Podcasts, giving us 5 stars really, really helps us. Make sure that people can hear us as well. If you are watching on YouTube, hit the like button, subscribe to us if you like us, and right down below, right where Steve's, now where he's pointing, not where he's pointing before, because before he's pointing at us. No, not over there. Not over there, Steve. No, because the comment, yeah, exactly. You got it there. If you have any suggestions for our segment wheel, we punch them into the wheel if you send them to us, and we get them. So head on over to bio.site/oopsallsegments and fill in the segment suggestion form, and we will get those segments a-poppin'. Thomas, is there anything else I need to tell these people, or can we just say...
Well, they should check out our D&D podcast, What We
shit.
Do in the Basement. That comes out every second Wednesday with some very funny folks.
Yeah.
And,
also, I was recently on an episode of Dungeon Busters, so please go check that out. We're busting cursed items, cursed traps. It's a hat on a hat. Yeah. Check that out. It's good. It's a good show.
If you think, just to bring it back to conspiracy theories as we end,
Okay,
if you think
well-
later that this whole episode was a Mandela effect, that it didn't really happen, let me assure you, it just wasn't that memorable. It's not because there's something going on. It just was kind of B-. So thank you for listening. Thank you to the person I admire most in the world, Steven. And we will see you next time.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.